Hello, welcome to not necessarily a whiskey review per se. Today's episode is going to be about the whiskey glasses. The various whiskey glasses that you can get that you can use when drinking whiskey. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. Hope you enjoy it and hope you get some insight into what glasses you can use and what you can use. So we're going to be looking at various glassware and cups that we can use when drinking whiskey, what people use in different circumstances, and what is the best glassware that can be used. Plus my personal opinion, of course. So starting off, we have a mug. You wouldn't typically, obviously, you would not use a mug. I'm just saying this right now. You would not use a mug to drink whiskey. The circumstances in which you may have to use it, if you're at like a party, at a house party, and there's no glasses that you can use, and you may have to resort to the use of a mug. You may have to. I've never had to do it myself, but you might come across a situation in which you may have to use a mug. But obviously, typically you wouldn't use a mug. So, but it is on the list. Secondly, we have this glass here. This is very similar to a Glencairn type shaped glass, which you will see later on. These are used, I see these quite a lot you get them in bars, whiskey bars, you get them in other bars that sell specialised in spirits overall. You get them in distilleries, of course. You see these a lot in distilleries. If you're having like a glass of whiskey, like a small half or something, they might typically give you a glass like this. It offers the same speciality. You can nose it and stuff. Good whiskey glass. It is a good whiskey glass. Definitely worth it to add to your collection. I'm really happy with it. This glass, if you're a whiskey fan like myself, you will know what this glass is. This is, of course, the Glencairn whiskey glass. This is typically what most whiskey enthusiasts, most whiskey specialists, they will typically use this. This is what you will get in pubs and whiskey bars as well, hotels as well. They use them. This is typically what you will see. I've used them in some of my reviews. I have 3 of these. Now they are really good. It allows you to hold it from the bottom here, with that, and that reduces the amount of skin warming the whiskey. You can swirl it the way it can be nosed. Really good. This is typically, if you've got whiskey, if you're a whiskey fan, get a hold of this. You will not be disappointed. It's what most people use. It's the most known whiskey glass in the entire world. This is the Copita nosing glass. This is what most master blenders, distillers would use when assessing the whiskey. They would pour it into the glass, they would swirl it around. Richard Patterson would put it in the glass, swirl it around and throw it on the floor. And then when you pour it upside down, you can see the whiskey that's just holding on. That's to show the odours that can still be hanging on the glass, so that's why you have to throw the whiskey out initially. But this is my favourite glass. Just because it's the most fancy, and it's really practical and it's really, really good for assessing and appreciating whiskey, just like the Glencairn glass. But this is just personally my preference. You will get these. You won't get these in I have not seen them in bars and stuff. You do get them at the distilleries. You will get them if you go to a whiskey office, like a distillery office type thing where they specialise in making their whiskey. You'll typically see master distillers, master blenders using this glass. This is what they typically do use. It's like a small wine type glass, as you can tell. But I think it's really good. It allows you to take all the scents and appreciate the whiskey. This is my personal favourite, and it comes with a little lid that you can put on top, and that's to stop this, smell and stuff getting out and keeping what's in the glass in the glass. So here we have the Speyside whiskey tasting glass, very similar to the Copa glass. You've got the stem here, and you've got the bulb here, the bulb. You've got the actual glass here, very similar to the Glencairn shape. As you can see, it's got that little tulip shape. If a glass has got the tulip shape on it, it's typically, you'll get whiskey and other kind of spirits in there. This is what I also used to use. You've seen me use this before. This is what I used to use before I got my hands on the Copa glass. I've got a few of these as well. They're really good. It offers the same values. You can know that you can hold it from the stem. Separation from the skin, touching and warming the whiskey. Really good. I can't remember where I got these from, but if you can get a hold of it, whiskey fan, you'll appreciate having a good whiskey glass collection. And this is definitely worth. It's definitely worth having. You won't see these that much. I think these are actually quite rare. It's mainly people who have bought them themselves that use them, like myself. But of course they are of course good. They're good. They're good to add to your collection if you can get hold of them. So there you go, the Speyside whiskey tasting glass. Next we have a traditional tumbler. This is typically when you watch programs, when you're in a bar, you're in your house, you've got someone who's got a glass of whiskey, they're like, do you want one? They'll typically pour it in something like this. The regular whiskey type tumbler. Really good for social gatherings and stuff like that. If you've got like people coming over and you want to have them have a whiskey. If you've not got any of the more recognised whiskey glass, tumbler is pretty much your go-to friend. This is pretty much what you see most people in the entire world using. You see them using them in TV shows and films. Really good. This is what I started out using, as you probably already know. You can't go wrong with having a regular tumbler glass, to be fair. You won't get the same appreciation that you would do with the other Glencairn Copa Speyside glasses, but it's still something you might want to have. I've definitely got a number of these, so yeah, they're really good. Next we have a pint glass. This is a very small pint glass. It's actually plastic, but I got this from my hospitality training course. Bartender training course, but this is like a small version of a pint glass. Now, pint glasses can be used to drink the whiskey, believe it or not. Now, the way you would have it in a pint glass, you would pour the whiskey in, you would have a very small amount. That's why a lot of whiskey enthusiasts don't like using them, because it looks like they're an alcoholic. They've drunk so much whiskey. But they do pour them in this kind of glass if need be as a last resort. But most people, they'll pour the whiskey in the glass, they'll put it up to their nose, they'll nose it, and then they'll breathe. You see that a lot. It's mainly like peated whiskies, I think, that they do that with. A lot of people like it. It's not my cup of tea, but it's also this glass. It's plastic, but this is really good at showing you the pour measurements that you should put in it. That's why I've got it, so it's really good for that instance. So where's the spirits? There you go. There's the spirit measurements. I don't know if you can see that, but hopefully you did. So yeah, pint glasses can be used. If it's a peated whiskey, you can go. So it is pretty good. It's not pretty good. It's not my go-to, but a lot of people like it. So that is my whiskey glass collection. I have various of each. I wasn't going to bring them all out, obviously, but I hope got something new out of this. Hope you liked it. Glencairn Copa Speyside, and of course the little mini Glencairn glasses and the regular tumbler are all good for whiskey. The pint glass and the mug, not really in my opinion, but they can be used if need be. So I hope you learned something new today about whiskey, and I shall see you soon.